Jefferson County Court at Law Number 2 is back in session. Next case is cause number 331500. Case is filed the State of Texas versus Jeanne Stewart. Ms. Stewart, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Stewart, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Stewart, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Stewart?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. State is represented in this case by Attorney Kathleen Nelson. Ms. Nelson, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you, Judge.
Now, Ms. Stewart, you have a right to have a record in this case, that is to have a court reporter dictate everything, or you can waive the record. Do you waive the record?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Okay. Now, Ms. Stewart, I have before me a document that is titled information. This information has been filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office.
Yes, sir.
This information alleges that on or about December 10th of 2021, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespassing. Ms. Stewart, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Ms. Stewart, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest?
Not guilty. Well, guilty.
Guilty?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Stewart, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
Okay, now, Ms. Stewart, I have before me several documents. The first document I have is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without an Attorney. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature on the line that's titled
Yes, sir.
Defendant? And are these your initials on the line that
Yes,
states
sir.
that you want to waive your
Yes.
right to an attorney and represent
Yes,
yourself?
sir.
Next document I have is titled Waiver of Counsel for Purposes of Entering a Guilty Plea or Proceeding to Trial. Ms. Stewart, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Stewart, I also have a document before me that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Ms. Stewart, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of the same document, Ms. Stewart, there are two sets of initials. The first set of initials is on a line that's titled Guilty.
Yes,
Did you
sir.
place your initials here?
Yes, sir.
Now, the second set of initials is below a paragraph that's titled Discovery Admonishment, and it's on a line next to a statement that reads, I do not request discovery of the evidence. I waive my right to request discovery in this case and choose to enter a plea of guilty or no contest. Ms. Stewart, are these your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
On the next document, which is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, Ms. Stewart, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature above the
Yes,
line that's
sir.
titled Defendant? There's one box that's checked at the top of this document. This box states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. I do.
Now, Ms. Stewart, prior to signing and initialing all of these documents that I've just mentioned,
Yes, sir.
did you read the documents?
Yes, sir. I did.
Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir. I did.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir. It is.
Ms. Stewart, Ms. Stewart, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir. I am.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1, the misdemeanor plea admonishment. State, you like to offer States 1?
Yes, Your Honor, states one.
Ms. Stewart,
Sir.
I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State's Exhibit Number 1 is the document, the misdemeanor plea admonishment, that you stated that you acknowledged, that you recognize.
Yes, sir.
This is the same document that you acknowledge your initials was on page 2 of this document.
Yes, sir.
And this is the same document that you acknowledge your signature was on page 3
Yes, sir.
of this document. Now, the state would like to use this document as evidence against you in this case. Is it all right for the state to use this document
Yes,
as
sir, it
evidence
is.
in your case? Okay. No objections. State's Exhibit Number 1 is admitted. Ms. Stewart, is there any evidence that you are currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, sir. None at all.
Ms. Stewart, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial.
Yes,
I
sir.
will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given
Yes, sir.
And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
3 days credit for time served.
Okay, you want tax and retired court costs?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Stewart, the state is offering that you serve 3 days in Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail because you've already served 3 days. Therefore, you'll be given credit for time served. The court cost in this case is $337, but you will not have to pay the court cost because the time that you spent in jail is already paid it out there for the court cost will be taxed and retired. Ms. Stewart, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir, I do.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir, I do.
Ms. Stewart, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Stewart, you're gonna stand on the X to your left in front of the court clerk.
Yes, sir.
Follow her directions, and once you finish following her directions, right here.
Right here.
Yeah, once you finish following her directions, Ms. Stewart, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
And you too, honey.
All right.
We already got your.
I'm gonna come back after lunch to finalize everything.
What is it?
You want me to say?
Your Honor, the state visited with Mr. LeBlanc. We are, I think we have an agreement. However, we need to verify something before we prepare the agreement. We're asking for a short reset to give us time to verify some information.
Okay, how much time do you need?
It's just short, we just need to verify some jail credit from outside Jefferson County. That's all. We don't need a lot of time.
I mean, how much time do you, I'm just,
Short reset. I mean, a week, 2 weeks. It does not matter.
okay, how much, you need 2 weeks, 2 weeks? Okay, let's reset it for 2 weeks. Yeah, we don't need it. Okay, Mr. Is that LeBlanc?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. LeBlanc, clause number 327040 is gonna be reset for 2 weeks. Give us a date. No, it's not a arraignment. He's,
So we'll do, May 18th, is that okay?
It's fine. State did.
okay. Mr. LeBlanc, you can stand over there in front of the court coordinator, get your case reset. Once your case reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Oh, I need to get it's on this one.
He-
Reporter. Need to make a copy. Thank you. Okay. This is cause number 3276684, case of Solid State of Texas versus Haley Cheyenne Hebert or Abear.
Yes, sir.
How do you pronounce it?
Hey, Bear.
Abear? Okay, how you doing, Miss Abear?
I'm making it. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Miss Abear, let's see, we have 2 documents here. One document is titled "A Judge's Explanation of Rights of Defendants Without an Attorney." You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Are these your initials on the line that states you want to waive your right to attorney to represent yourself?
Yes, sir.
And I also have a document here that's titled waiver of counsel for purposes of entering a guilty plea or proceeding to trial. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes.
Now, Ms. Abear, prior to signing and initialing these two documents, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
Is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, state,
We visited with Ms. Abear and extended an offer to her. She'd like to revisit the matter of court-appointed attorney with the court.
oh, she wants to see if she qualifies for a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, well, we just need to get her to fill out a financial, let's do an affidavit of airship, an affidavit of indigency. Court is back in session with bond forfeitures. We have three cases. First case is cause number 331304. Second case is cause number 331776. And the third case is cause number 331808. All three cases are style of state of Texas versus Donovan O'Shea Rawls or Donovan O. Rawls. Donovan Rawls was scheduled to be in court on today's date of May 3rd of 2022 at or about 9 a.m. At or about 9 a.m., the court's bailiff called the name of Donovan Rawls at the courthouse door. Donovan Rawls did not answer. Donovan Rawls has not been in court, has made an appearance in court since the court's been in session. The time now is 12:28 p.m. on today's date. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Donovan Rawls? Donovan Rawls' name was just called again by the court's bailiff at the courthouse door. Donovan Rawls did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Rawls an opportunity to appear in court for these cases. And he has not appeared in court. State, do you have a motion?
State moves to bond forfeiture.
That motion will be granted in each case. Donovan Rawls' bond will be forfeited and warrant should be issued for his arrest in cause number 331304, cause number 331776, and cause number 331808. And this will conclude the calling of the court's arraignment docket scheduled on today's date of May 3rd of 2022 at 9 a.m. in County Court at Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas. Judge Terrence Holmes presiding. Let's see her.
Now, the state be excused.
Yes. This is cause number 3276684. Case is titled State of Texas versus Haley Cheyenne Hebert. Abear. It's Abear. Would you please raise your right hand? It's Abear. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You may put your hand down, Miss Abear. How are you doing?
I'm making it.
That's good. Miss Abear, I have two documents before me. She's gonna have to, she gotta do a better job scratching through that because. Okay, now Miss Abear, I have two documents before me. The first document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without an Attorney. Again, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Are these your initials on the line saying you want to apply for court-appointed attorney?
Yes, sir.
I also have before me a document that is titled Affidavit of Indigence. Ms. Abear, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of the same document, Ms. Abear, there is a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Abear, prior to signing and initialing these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Abear, I read your answers in the affidavit of indigence. Based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. And your attorney that will be appointed to represent you in this case is Attorney Bruce Cobb. And our court coordinator in a minute is going to give you information on how to contact Mr. Cobb. And Mr. Cobb will give information on regarding his appointment in this case. And Ms. Abear, I also have before me, and you should have before you a document that is titled Standard Bond Conditions in County Court at Law Number 2. Do you see that document?
Yes, sir.
And I will go this document with you. And this document reads, Standard Bond Conditions in County Court at Law Number 2. Following the arrest and or accusation in County Court at Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bail bonds executed for release of any defendant named herein are ordered subject to the following additional conditions. Number 1, the defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or the United States. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
Number 2, the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol at any time as directed by the court. The court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who, A, refuses to submit to a test for drugs and alcohol when directed to do so by the court, or B, submit to a test for drugs and alcohol, and the test in the case of the presence of drugs and alcohol in the defendant's body. And that's pursuant to the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 17.44, A2 and C2. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
And condition number 3, the defendant shall not communicate either directly or indirectly with the alleged victim of the pending offense. The defendant shall not go near any residence, school, or other location frequented by the alleged victim. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
Now, condition number 4 does not apply. Now, Ms. Abear, if you violate any one of these conditions, the bond can be revoked. And if your bond is revoked, warrant will be issued for your arrest and you'll be placed in the Jefferson County Jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Abear, you're gonna stand on the X in front of our court coordinator to get you reset. Once you get the reset and the appointment of the attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Thank you. And this will conclude the calling of the docket, the arraignment docket in County Court at Law Number 2, Jefferson County, Texas. Judge Terrence L. Holmes presiding, and today's date is May 3rd, 2022.